So we're in the King's Yard here at Palace House at the National Heritage Centre for Horse Racing and Sporting Art, which is actually named in honour of Charles II because it's the site of his stables, which were pulled down in the 1850s when the site was sold off by Queen Victoria. But in fact the materials were reused to build this modern block of stables. So this is 1670s stonework. And Charles II is such an important figure in the development of Newmarket as a historic home of horse racing. He first comes back here in 1666, and the round course, which he extends at that point, then becomes the course that essentially is run for the town plate to this day. And the town plate really is the core race in the history of Newmarket as a historic home of horse racing.
Hello and welcome to Powter's. My name's Grant Powter, I'm the MD here. I'm going to tell you a bit about the history of Newmarket sausages and how they began in Newmarket all those years ago when my great-grandfather first came to Newmarket as a butcher. Still making them in the same way, to the traditional methods that we've grown up with and to the recipe that everyone knows and loves. We've been involved, or my grandfather actually was first involved in 1952 when he first gave sausages as part of the prize to the first 4 riders to win. And that's important, it was actually the riders, not the owners, because these were amateur jockeys and usually trade horses that were running in the town plate at the time.
Hi, welcome to Goldings of Newmarket. I'm Kevin, the assistant manager. Goldings has been sponsoring the town plate for many years, way back to when Mr Golding actually owned the business. We present the winning 4 jockeys of the town plate with a gift voucher for the store that they can spend in the shop. And again, we're very much looking forward to being part of the Newmarket town plate in 2017.
Right, well, my name's Stephen Turner. I didn't ride until I was 21 years old. Mum and Dad moved to the countryside. There were no young people around. Went to a local riding stable, decided to start show jumping. I went up through the ranks of show jumping in my 20s. I applied to ride in the town plate because it's as big a challenge. It is my Grand National, and it's the closest to the National I'll ever get.
I chose to ride in the town plate because it marks a place in history. My background is horse racing. I've been in betting and horse racing for 30 years. I've always known about the race and realised it is the pinnacle of any wannabe jockey's chance of riding in such a prestigious race.
Well, I live a very different life. I'm actually an NHS mixed dentist who spends most of their life with horses at home but never really did anything to do with racing. But this race has brought about so many different challenges and it's altered my life. I'm taking part in the town plate because it provided a wonderful opportunity to represent Wilbury Wonder Pony and raise money for this wonderful charity, and it's driven me for the past 9 months. I can't ever imagine doing a better challenge.